So, hello everyone, I'm Trisha and I'm here to tackle about guiding difficult people. So, guiding difficult people can be challenging, but with patience, empathy, and effective communication strategies, you can still create a positive experience for both the difficult person and the rest of the group. So, the first approach is stay calm. Keep your emotions in check. Remember that people may be difficult due to various reasons, and reacting emotionally might escalate the situation. So, this means when guiding difficult people, and the first thing to do is to stay calm. As a guide, we need to control our emotions and to understand that every one of us has a story to tell. By involving our emotions, the situation might be hard to solve. The next is active listening. Listen attentively to their concerns, complaints, or demands. Sometimes, people just want to feel heard and understood. This means that by listening to the guests and tourists' concerns or complaints already has a great impact on them because they feel valued, and that's one of the jobs of a guide to value their guests and tourists. Next is empathize. Try to put yourself in their shoes, acknowledge their feelings, and show understanding of their perspective. This means that as a guide, we need to understand and feel their feelings too. By trying to put ourselves in their shoes, we can actually understand what they're trying to point out. The next one is to use positive language. Frame your responses in a positive and solution-oriented manner. Avoid using negative language or contradicting their statements directly. So this one is it is part of being tour guide to use a proper tone and language. So as much as possible, if there are difficult situations, a guide should be able to respond to a positive or probable solution. Remain professional. Maintain a professional demeanor and avoid getting personal even if they become confrontational or disrespectful. So whether there are instances that a guest or tourist became disrespectful, a guide can be too personal, hence should act normal and professional. Next is set boundaries. So it clearly define acceptable behavior and boundaries for the tour. Politely but firmly address any behavior that crosses those boundaries. So, setting boundaries when guiding difficult people, it means to clearly communicate and enforce limits on behavior of the guests or tourists to maintain a healthy and respectful interaction. Next is offer choices. So whenever possible, provide options or choices that can give them a sense of control and involvement. So when dealing with difficult people as a guide, offering choices can provide a sense of control and harmony. It allows them to feel more involved in decision making and potentially reduce resistance or defensiveness. Next is redirect the focus. So if the person is fixating on a negative aspect, redirect their attention to the positive aspects of the tour or activity. This means that a good guide can make a fascinating stories that make the guest or a tourist interested. It's important to make a good strategy to divert or change the mood to have a more positive and effective tour experience. Next is distraction techniques. Use interesting anecdotes, stories, or engaging activities to redirect their attention and shift the mood. Seek common ground. Find common interests or topics that might resonate with them and use these to connect and build rapport. So in this approach, seeking common ground is a can be a positive or help be a positive interaction between the guide and the difficult individual. Next is problem-solving approach. So they have a specific concerns, try to work together to find practical solutions that address the issues. It means focusing on solutions rather than dwelling on the challenges. Next one is involve them. Involve them in the group discussions or activities. Feeling valued and included can help improve their attitude. Approach, it means a guide should actively engage his or her guests in decision making, problem solving, or goal setting aspect. This approach empowers them, validates their input, and promotes a sense of ownership and responsibility. Next one is private conversations. If the situation doesn't improve, offer to speak with them privately to address their concerns and find ways to enhance their experience. So private conversations, it creates a safe space for open communication where the individual or the tourists may feel more comfortable sharing their thoughts, concerns, or challenges. Next is de-escalate conflict. So if the situation escalates, remain calm and try to de-escalate the conflict by using a calm tone and non-confrontational body language. This approach is to create a more positive and collaborative atmosphere, allowing for more effective guidance and resolution of issues. Next one is enlist support. If necessary, seek assistance from colleagues or supervisors to address the difficult person's concerns. So in this, enlisting support in guiding difficult people means involving others such as colleagues, friends, or professionals to provide additional perspectives or assistance. It emphasizes the idea that guidance is a collective effort, not solely the responsibility of the guide. Lastly, know when to let go. Sometimes, despite your best efforts, a person might remain difficult. In such cases, focus on providing a positive experience for the rest of the group. That's all. Thank you for listening.